Today, I like to say something about Bhakta Hanuman or Anjaneya Swamigal. This Anjaneya Swami, he was born to Anjana and the god of air, and he is called as Maruti. He can travel very swiftly, he can travel in the air very fast. So he had that kind of tendency. He was constantly thinking of Sri Rama. He always used to gaze at Sri Rama, look at Sri Rama with much interest. Seeing this, noticing this, Sri Rama told Sita, "Oh my Devi, he is very much interested in us. It is our duty to impart our knowledge or tattva to him. It is high time for us to impart our duties to him." Now, who is this Hanuman? See, there is 3 yogams. In Bhagavad Gita also it is said Bhakti Yogam, Jnana Yogam, Karma Yogam. So, if this Bhakti Yogam, Jnana Yogam and Karma Yogam, these 3, if it is mixed together and if it assumes a shape, if it is incarnated in the form of a monkey, that is Anjaneya or Vanara. That Vanara is Anjaneya. So he is called in such a way. So to next about Anjaneya is, once upon a time, this Rama asked Anjaneya, actually, Hanuman, who are you? Tell me, who are you? I will tell you. In the case of Deha Buddhi, that means in the physical level, I am your Dasa. Dasa means I am your servant. I will do whatever things you want physically. And in the mental level, then in the case of mental Buddhi, I am a part of you. And in the case of Atma Buddhi, the third one, in the case of Atma Buddhi, when it comes in the case of Atma Buddhi, I and you are one. There is no difference between you and me. We are one. So, he was very much pleased. This answer itself is needed to know who Anjaneya is. It was a very proper answer. Now, this Hanuman was deputed to know the whereabouts of Sita. Sita was already stolen by whom? Ravana, and he was in Sri Lanka. And this Hanuman went to Sri Lanka to see Sita. Secretly he went, and there he presented a ring to him in memory of Rama. Sita was sitting in a very desolate mood, very sorrowful mood, thinking of Rama, is departed, thinking of his departed husband. Now Hanuman pacified Sita, don't worry, you wear this ring and have smarana on Rama. He will always with you. And he sang beautiful song also in praise of Rama. Rama Katha Sagar. And that Katha or that song spread everywhere in that premises. And Sita was very much pleased also. Finally we know he took initiative and he destroyed the whole Lanka with fire. He destroyed the Ahankara of whom? Ravana, a notorious man. He was a great man, of course, but he had Ahankara. What to do? He had the blessings of gods and he was so powerful man, Bhakta also. But what spoiled him? He was filled with Ahankara. So Hanuman did his duties very well. And once Shiva and Parvati was sitting side by side. Now, Parvati asked whom Shiva, her beloved husband, "O my Natha, tell me, who is the highest brahmachari in this world?" Oh, brahmachari. There is no doubt. There is no doubt. It is Hanuman or Anjaneya. Other than Hanuman, there is no brahmachari in this world. Who is a brahmachari? Always traveling. Charikunnu, that means lying or traveling in Brahma. Always a man or a person who is always thinking of Brahma. So he always thinks of whom? Brahma. According to Hanuman, Rama is considered to be the Paramatma. He always utters the name Rama, Rama, Rama. I told you when I said about Dehabuddhi, that is servant. One has to behave in a model of the dasa. That means we are all dasas or servants of God. If one do a duty, it is not we that doing. We are not the subject. We are doing it only with the help of Almighty. So this Hanuman also has this kind of technique. He always says this. Oh my! And he another one is Chiranjeevi. Hanuman is a Chiranjeevi. Chiranjeevi means he has no death at all. He has no death. He lives forever. So among the Chiranjeevis, there are few Chiranjeevis in the Puranas, and among the list of Chiranjeevis, he is having a very prominent role. Whom? Hanuman. He is having a very prominent role. He is still alive. You can see in so many temples, Hanuman is worshipped, and he can fly and everywhere, and he can do anything. He has immense powers only because of the power and blessings of Rama. He always says Rama, Rama, Rama. There are certain photos I have seen in certain temples. He opens his mind, his heart. Inside the heart, you find, inside the heart of Anjaneya, you find the pictures of Rama and Sita sitting together. So that means he is always placed in his heart, Hanuman's heart. And another peculiarity about Hanuman is he can assume any shape and form he like. He can condense, he can dilate, he can enlarge, he can become big. At the very same time, he can become very small also. So that is the technique. These techniques of Hanuman is really praised by the great poets like Tulasi Das, Kabir Das, and also Tunjata Ramanujan Eduthajan and several others. The ability of this. And he had learned many Shastras from Surya Deva. I think 10 different varieties of grammarian techniques, tattvams, learned from the Surya Deva. And another one is, he is called on Shishyan. He had learned a peculiar thing he had learned. And using that technique, that is, he had learned that technique and it has enabled him to talk in a diligent manner. Hanuman always talks in a very pleasant manner, pleasing manner, very appealing manner. The talk and the conversation of Hanuman is really pleasing. It is acceptable to everybody because he learned that kind of thing from scripture. So he is highly praiseworthy. He is so able and so powerful. He is still alive. The tattvams of Rama he inherited in his mind, and still now he is adored and prayed and worshipped in different temples. Makap, then several other leaf garlands and others are offered to him. And I heard a song in praise of him. Anjaneya Veera, Hanumanta Shurya, Vayu Kumara, Vanara Veera. I attended on bhajan of Sai Baba, a very old lady singing in praise of him. It happened years ago, some 30 years before. Still I remember. No, I salute and I express my pranams to Lord Anjaneya. Namaste.